Morning, guys. Welcome back to the channel. I hope you're having a great day. Got some shopping bags under my eyes. It's early in the morning. We just brewed a fresh pot of coffee. Well, we perked a fresh pot of coffee in the house. And we're out here fixing to tear this back end of the truck apart. If you're new to the channel, do me a favor, consider subscribing. Lots of great content on the channel. All sorts of builds, all sorts of creations. Having fun in the garage. It's kind of what we do here, or what I do here. Try to have fun in the garage. And I think you might find some great content on this channel. With that being said, do all those YouTube-y things, as Mr. Crawford would say. Hit the like button, comment down below, subscribe if you're not already subscribed. Yeah, that's part of the community, what we do. So, in this video, we're going to tear apart the rear suspension, clean up the entire frame. I've got bushings for the rear bag bars that have to get installed. I need to get the Watts link installed, and quite a few other things we need to get installed in the truck. It's Friday. I ain't got no job. I ain't got no shit to do. What movie was that from? Comment down below. I know you know what that movie was from. There we go. So, my son introduced me to these ear headsets, ear protection, sort of, kind of. Basically, I can hear myself talking. He uses these in the gun range. I can turn the volume down. Now I don't hear myself, or I can turn the volume up and I can really hear myself. But it muffles out the sound. I'm going to put a link in the description. These aren't expensive. They're like 30 bucks. I highly suggest you looking into a set of ear protection, because this is no joke. Like, for years my ears have been ringing, and that's not cool. Tinnitus. Basically, just your ears ring all the time, all the time, all the time. And to prevent that, you gotta use ear protection. All right, now that we've got the back half sort of cleaned up, I'm going to clean up our mess and start mocking up the Watts link. So, excited to be back in here working. It's been quite a bit of time. We moved in here in, how was it, Thanksgiving. Right around Thanksgiving. So we'll say end of November. Here we are in March, beginning of March, and we got to get back on it. Got a lot of time to make up, but finally we are ready. We are ready. All right. So before I can start fooling with this Watts link, I need to get these brackets on here. This is an infamous Watts link from Texas. These are the brackets that normally comes with the kit. They're a little shorter. These are some extra brackets that I had laying around. You can see they're about 2 inches longer. Like I said, we need to push back the Watts link. So I'm going to get these on, test fit, see how it looks, and if I have to make slightly longer ones, then so be it. Not the end of the world. Pretty easy. Pretty easy to do. One of the things I picked up during the winter was one of these big money, we call them money guns at work. I know they're a little pricey, but if you can swing picking one of these up, definitely a must-have. I'm just gonna leave these loose. That way I could sit it over the axle, see how this will work out, what I need to move. Yep, that'll work. I don't want them too loose and I don't want them too tight. I want it just right. That'll work. Okay, I'm gonna get this assembled with a bushing, and then we're gonna test fit it. I'm gonna pop some WD-40 just so the bushing slides in nicey nice, and that way when I go to paint it I can get them out. These are always a pain in the ass to get in and out. Oh yeah, see, much better. Okay. Oh yeah, that's gonna work out fantastically. So now you can see our Watts link. What I'm talking about, you're gonna have a dog bone that's gonna go to this side, and you'll have a dog bone that's gonna go to this side. And I was worried about the linkage once you weld your brackets in, having it interfere. So yeah, I like it. I think it's gonna work great in this location. We're gonna get the rear cleaned up, and then we'll get these tacked on, get it all measured up, and we'll go from there. Well, got her tacked in. Almost perfect. 0.08. That's money. I think what I'm gonna end up doing, to be honest with you, is running to Pickle Fab, go see Jason, and have him create a new pivot, new swing arm. Yeah, these are just some things that are just, you know, running through my mind. I'm sorry to ramble off to you guys, but this is what you have to do in the fabrication world. You got to think, you got to talk to yourself, have a long, steady conversation with yourself. Hey, how's it going today? I'm good, great. Oh, that's awesome, glad to hear it. Kind of stuff like that, you know what I mean? Comment down below if you don't, if you talk to yourself while you're building, you're having a full-on conversation with yourself. Comment down below. Mic check, mic check, mic check, mic check, check. All right, Sunday, we're back out in the garage. I noticed when I talk too fast, I tend to forget what I want to say. So, really windy out. We're going to slow our words down. I wanted to take a time. See, I just messed up. I'd like to take a moment and educate those viewers on television, because now I'm watching on television. I don't know if you can see that. Am I aimed at it right? Yeah, I'm aimed at it right. I have to take a second to show you guys this. Real important. All right, so at the moment we've got one of my videos playing in the background. Got the volume muted, and I'm going to show you something really simple, right? So you got your remote, you have your circle button, which is everything that you use. Once you click your circle button, right, if you press up, oh, look at that. It highlights the channel. But watch this. Boom. I just hit the like button. Yeah, I had some viewers say, oh, I watch it on TV. Some friends, I don't know how to hit the like button on TV. Well, now I just showed you, so there's no damn excuse. Hit that damn like button now. Now that we got that out of the way, let me show you what I'm working on. My better judgment kicked in, and I said I'm going to do this because I know later on down the road this might be an issue. What I've got on the top of the rail there is called the stiffener. Because this chassis is so long, it's no different than a full-size Silverado, 8-foot long chassis. What I noticed was when I lifted the back end up, or when I moved the front end up, I saw a little bit of vibration inside of the midpoint, we can call it, behind the cab. And I said, that's not good. We're going to have issues there. So we're adding the stiffener to prevent issues down the road. I got it all set up on 0, basically 0. I got to tweak it a little bit more, but all our joints are coped, and we're going to weld this thing in. There's no stress on the chassis at the moment. I've got the midsection and the front section supported by floor jacks. See, there it is, 0.08. And yeah, we're going to weld these in while there's no stress on the chassis. That way, later on down the road, when he takes this home, he won't have any issues with any kind of stress with the, with the chassis. So, yeah. Moral of the story is, sometimes when you notice these things, you have to act on them before a catastrophe happens later on down the road. And that's what this portion of this is about. Yeah, so we've got all our pieces. We're going to sit our pieces in place. And then we're going to take a measurement for the bars. Then we'll cut them. Then we'll TIG weld them together. So nice to have a TIG welder. Oh my God, I love it. I love it. And yeah. I'm going to mount these on an angle like this. All right. So we're fixing to put the other stiffener on. I use my little magnet as a kickstand to hold up this from sliding on me. You can see how that works. Now, I'm going to tap it down. Yeah, see, I gotta grind this corner a little more. Dang it. That's what it's all about. Testing, grinding, testing, grinding, grinding, testing, testing, grinding, fitting, testing, grinding, fitting. Oh yeah. So now that I've got my stiffeners in, my Watts link in, I've got a clear mind. I can go inside, get ready, for storm work, and know that when I come back home, this whole aspect isn't upside down. I try to do that all the time. I know it's not possible, but that's how my mind works. I need to get A, B, and C done. Comment down below if you're the same way. It's good practice to be that way, I feel, because now, like I said, when I walk away from this and I come back to it, I know where I left off, I know what needs to be done, and so on and so on. All right, guys, finally got back from storm, back in the garage, and I'm going to admit, there's nothing wrong with admitting I was completely wrong. So before we went on storm, which by the way, ended up working in West Virginia, pretty cool. First time there for me, pull tag for my collection. And my mind was, oh my God, I got to get my bag together. I got to get all this and this and this and get ready, and my son. and it wasn't focused on the Watts link. So I set the Watts link up, took pictures of it, and I was like, yeah! Put it all over Facebook. I was all excited and happy. And surprisingly, nobody noticed, but it was set up completely wrong. Completely wrong. Yeah, that's what it's supposed to look like. So you might ask yourself, how did you get it to this, setup? And I'm going to explain right now. So basically what I've done is set the truck at ride height. And I went 7.5 inches from the center hole of that lower bracket to 7.5 inches up here. Obviously, again, because you want to keep, put this a little closer, you want your bars to be parallel with one another at ride height. So that's how I come up with this. Originally, I was mounting this up here, and this I was mounting up here, and no good. So now this is set, like I said, at ride height. So the Watts link is good. Once I cycled the suspension, it kind of, it looks wonky, but that's just how Watts link, they are. But more importantly, at ride height, your bars need to be parallel with one another, along with everything else in the suspension. But again, I'll admit I was wrong. My mind wasn't here. My mind was fixed on, oh my God, I got to go on storm. Where are we going? Getting my bag together, all that stuff. So now the Watts link is done. The stiffeners are done. And now we're working on the bushings for the lower air bars. What I've done is I set my tabs up, ground them up. I beveled my edges on my bars, and I'm going to go ahead and tack these together. And then once these are tacked together, I'll break this apart, put a couple of more tacks in it, then knock out the bushings and TIG weld these together. So, and then I'll finish welding all these up, the insides in here and cleaning it up and what have you. But that's what I'm working on now. And it takes a man to admit you're wrong. And I'm not saying that like I'm perfection, perfect person. And it's nothing wrong with saying, hey man, I messed up. So moving forward, we're going to get these bars done and continue with the back end of the truck. So here we go. Man, trying to TIG weld a bunch of parts, and it is definitely challenging for me, at least right now. Not that it's terrible, but it's just not how I want it to look. I want it to look like I'm stacking dimes, and I'm just so not there yet. So here's one part that I had done. My hands shake a lot, so I mean, it's not terrible. I could grind it down, but TIG welding is not about grinding down. It's supposed to look really nice. This was really challenging because of how small it was. Trying to get it started, doing a little, then having to roll it, doing a little, then having to roll it. But I'm going to clean this up. Same with this one. Ow, she's still hot. Challenging, man. Ow. Just did this. Not too bad. Just practice, a lot of practice. Missed a little spot there. These were hard inside of here, doing these. Yeah, I mean, just lots of practice. I actually found it easier to run passes with twisted 035 versus I'm trying different rods. This is what the hell is it? 3/32, and this is 16th. This rod. So, but this was working out the best for me. And again, I'm going to clean it up Not that I wanted to clean it up. I wanted it to look, you know, like I said, stacking dimes, but that's going to take a long time. And it's harder for me because, like I said, my hands naturally shake. Why, I don't know. But I'm just going to keep practicing. I'm not going to give up. And I know that I will get it one of these days. Hours and practice, hours, practice, practice, practice. So we're basically set up now. All of the suspension components are set. I've got all the bushings ready to go into the arms. I'm probably just going to put some primer on it for now. I don't know, maybe some black paint. But I got to pull the rear out. I got to weld all the brackets on the rear. And what else? The stiffener has to get welded. And I think that's about it. Once the chassis is upside down, then I got a bunch of other stuff that I got to weld. But I was going to do the drive shaft, measure it out, but I got to cut the whole center of the floor out before I could do that. So, okie dokie. I wanted to show you guys something really cool. It's Sunday. I like keeping track of the days. I'm going to make some TIG rod out of 035 wire. Put you down here like this. Actually, come over here. This is some extra wire that I had. So I'm going to take 2 wraps. I'm going to cut it. I'm going to form a point at the end with the 2. I'm going to lock it into the vise like this. And then I'm going to spin you around over here like this. I'm going to put this end in the drill. I learned this trick back when I worked in the stereo shop. Sound Waves in Long Island. When you got to run wire, speaker wire or something, or hooking up alarms, you want to wrap your wire together, stick it in the vise, run it through the drill, come off, and there we go. Now I've got some TIG rod. Do it again. Same thing. Cut some wire. Like this. Stick both ends in the vise. Lock it down. Put a bend in your end. Lock it in the drill. There we go. Just like that. I'm fixing to clean up the back of the truck because the next video is going to be control arms. Took me a hot minute to find all my stuff, but we're not using 1-inch tube. We're going to be using 1 1/4 inch tube, and I have a whole system on how we're going to do it. These are the bungs. Had these machined in Florida. These are the bushings. This is the rod. Pretty cool stuff. So yeah, this will be next video. Stay tuned for that. But yeah, we're going to finish welding the Watts link bracket in on the bottom side. I also made a extension for the other bracket, which is going to go here. You see the tabs, they're hanging low. We don't like that. I don't like that. So this guy's going to go right here like so, and that'll get welded in. Boom, boom, boom. So yeah, so we're going to finish welding this up. Take the link bars apart, pull the rear out, clean the rear up, weld all the tabs on the rear like that, and get the rear back in, bolt everything back up, finalize it. So this end of the truck will be done. And then basically that will conclude this video because the entire rear suspension will be complete. And then we'll move on to the next video, which will be front suspension. And then after the front suspension is done, we're going to start the bed. So Got to play catch up. All right. So I'm going to use this chunk of steel here as a vise. We need this to stay put right here. Yeah, right there. Okay, sweet. Tack it up. And away we go. Ta-da! Well, golly, man, gotta clean them up. That looks pretty. Ooh. Hell yeah. Smoke dog. Smoke the joint out. We gotta open some doors up. Gonna take a break, charge the camera, and then continue welding this rear up. Well. Got the rear end painted. Got the stiffeners welded in. Some other bracketry welded in underneath the corner there for the tabs, for the Watts link, lower Watts link bar. That's all welded. Yeah, man. You would think I would learn welding upside down to put some sort of earplugs in. Comment down below if you've ever had slag go directly into your eardrum and sizzle all the way down. Unbelievable. That's got to be the worst torture ever. So, gentlemen. Well, hot dang. 3 hardware stores later to find 9/16 bolts that should have been in the kit when you order it, not the little itty bitty bolts. They were like an inch too short. So I had to get all new bolts, all new hardware. Get it together, guys. You're going to sell stuff, you know what I mean? Get it together. I wasted half the morning rummaging through 3 different True Value, Ace, and a Paul B, which is a giant industrial hardware store. Anyway, there it is. Got the jack stands out, floor jack underneath, pinion is set to 0. Everything's bolted up. All the bushings are in, all the Teflon washers, the lock washers. We've got 5/8 grade 8 hardware on the link bars. On the air bars, we've got 9/16. And that's it. So we're going to air it out to get a look-see at it. Here goes. Yeah, man. Very proud. Very proud. Another win for the team. And that's all I wanted to accomplish for this video. So that's a lot. It was a lot, man. Comment down below if you like what you're seeing. This entire back section is built from scratch. No, I did not bend the tube. I don't have a manual bender, but I designed everything. I designed the link bar setup. I designed the stiffeners and the patterns and the 6-link. I designed all that from scratch. I made the airbag brackets from scratch, bent them up in a previous video. There's a lot of great content here if you want to search back in my earlier videos, man, on how I had set this up and how I came to this, this setup here. But yeah, guys, I appreciate each and every one of you. As always, I love saying that because that is such an accurate piece of information. I believe it's Mr. Lowbro. I have not forgotten about you. You had sent me some coffee money, a lot of coffee money, and I got to make you something special. And I'm going to work on that for next video. But yeah, guys, thank you. Thank you for everything. Thank you for being a part of this channel. I truly appreciate you. And we'll see you on the next one. So have a wonderful day. Talk to you soon. Take care.